I watched in utter disbelief as that massive street sweeper barreled right through my cornfield, crushing 3 weeks of backbreaking harvest work in less than 15 minutes. My name is John Harlan. I've called my 80-acre farm in rural Indiana home for the last 12 years. The land backs right up against Willow Creek Estates, one of those suburban neighborhoods where every house is a carbon copy of the next, and heaven forbid your lawn grows a quarter-inch too long without a fine coming your way. Back in 2013, when I bought this place, the development was just breaking ground. The builders needed a way through my property to finish the last dozen homes, and being a good neighbor, and honestly, needing the cash, I let them put in an easement road along the north edge. That strip became the only quick access to those back houses. The deal was straightforward, all in writing. Emergency and essential services only. No joyriding, no shortcuts for folks heading to work, and no unauthorized traffic. For over a decade, things were fine. An ambulance or fire engine might roll through now and then, and I never minded that. Safety first, right? But 6 months ago, everything changed when Karen Whitaker took over as president of the Willow Creek Estates HOA. Karen was the textbook definition of overbearing. 52, with a sharp blonde bob that looked like it was glued in place, always in those soft sweaters, and a voice that dripped with condescension, like she was explaining the obvious to a child. In her first month, she slapped fines on 17 homeowners, outlawed kids playing basketball in driveways after 6 p.m., and pushed a rule that all dogs had to weigh under 25 pounds. I met her one Saturday morning while sipping coffee on my porch, still in my muddy boots from feeding the animals. Up pulls this spotless white SUV, and out steps Karen in heels that sank right into the dirt. "Excuse me," she called, stepping carefully like the ground might bite her. "Are you the owner here?" "That's me," I said, setting my mug down. "John Harlan. What brings you out this way?" "Karen Whitaker, president of Willow Creek Estates, HOA. No handshake." She pulled a folder from her bag. "I'm here about the access road issue." "What issue?" I asked. "The current setup is unacceptable," she said flatly. "Our residents drive an extra 2 miles to the highway because of the layout. That road through your land could shave off serious time." "It's for emergencies only," I replied evenly. "That's the agreement from day one." "That was ages ago. Things evolve. We'd like to revisit the terms." "Nothing to revisit. The answer's no." Her face tightened. "Mr. Harlan, we have 300 families in Willow Creek. We carry weight in this county. It'd be wise to think again. Thanks for stopping by, but the road stays closed to regular use." She stared hard, then spun around, nearly stumbling in the gravel, and drove off. I figured that wasn't the last I'd hear from her, and I was right. Over the next few months, she turned up the heat. Complaints to the county about my tractors being too noisy, despite farm exemptions. Letters claiming my irrigation was flooding their land, which was a flat-out lie. She even tried to force me to tear down my chicken coops, calling them a health risk, though they'd been there before the first house went up. Every claim got tossed, but each one ate my time and frayed my nerves. I had a farm to run, 60 acres of corn and soybeans, chickens for eggs, and a small herd of beef cattle. It wasn't fancy, but it paid the bills and let me clear the mortgage early. Then came harvest time that October. I've been pulling 16-hour days for 3 weeks, racing a storm front. Hired 2 Purdue kids, Mike and David, to help, rented extra gear. We were humming along. The corn was prime that year, ears plump and golden. Around 10 a.m. that Tuesday, I heard a rumble that didn't fit. From the combine in the west field, I spotted it. A city grade street sweeper veering off the access road straight into my harvested rows. I killed the engine, jumped down, and waved like mad. The driver ignored me, or didn't care. Those huge brushes shredded the corn I'd windrowed for pickup. Months of sweat, gone in seconds. "Stop! What in God's name are you doing?" I yelled, but the noise drowned me out. It carved a 30-foot path of ruin before looping back to the road after 15 agonizing minutes. Shaking, I called the county road department. "This is John Harlan on County Road 400. You sent a sweeper through here?" "No, sir," the dispatcher said. "Nothing scheduled." I described the markings. She checked, Private hire by the Willow Creek Estates, HOA. Of course. I dialed Karen next. Karen Whitaker speaking. John Harlan, your sweeper just wrecked my cornfield. Thousands in damage. What were you thinking? Oh, that, she said, cool as ice. We contracted them to clean the road. Dust bothers residents when emergencies use it. He drove through my field, destroyed my crop. Must have been a mistake. You have insurance, don't you? A mistake? I saw him turn deliberately. Your view, Mr. Harlan. These things happen. Better fencing might help. I have markers and no trespass signs everywhere. This was no accident. Well, court can decide if you insist. I have a meeting, goodbye. I stood amid the wreckage, phone in hand. Mike and David wandered over. Boss, what now? Mike asked. Document it all, photos, videos, measurements. While they worked, I called my insurance guy, then my lawyer buddy from church, Alan Thompson. Walking the field, I decided, if Karen wanted to mess with my living, I'd respond in kind. The easement was on my land for emergencies only. Her sweeper violated that. Alan confirmed. You can block it temporarily to enforce terms, but keep emergencies clear. Document everything. This is ugly already. They trash my harvest. Reviewing the agreement, don't act rashly. By afternoon, he called back. Clear violation. Block it, but coordinate with fire chief for access. I phoned Chief Reynolds, a solid guy I'd met at town events. Chief, John Harlan here. Got a situation. I laid it out. He paused. Messy. Blocking adds 8 to 10 minutes for us to those back houses. I get it, but this was deliberate sabotage. Not arguing. If you block, station someone 24/7 to clear for us. No delays. Done. Officially, I hate it. Unofficially, that HOA fined one of my guys for his truck in his driveway. I get it. That evening I planned. The road started at a gate on my side, half a mile to the county road. Next dawn, I parked my old 1970 John Deere 4020, 10,000 pounds, across it, chained to oaks. Set up a tent with heater, cooler, portable John. Mike took first shift. Emergency vehicle? Move it fast, call me anytime. Got it. I snapped pics, texted Alan bold. Keep records. First visitor wasn't Karen. A resident, Frank Ellis, trying a shortcut in his sedan. Sorry, road closed to residents, Mike said. Why? I use it daily. No, sir, private land, emergencies only. HOA violated terms. Owners enforcing. This is nuts. I'll be late. Use the main exit, per agreement. He fumed, reversed, sped off. Mike called. First one down. Angry. Expect more. By hour's end, 5 cars. All turn away. All mad. Likely calling Karen. She arrived at 10, slamming her SUV door. What's this? She demanded, jabbing at the tractor. Enforcing the easement. Emergencies only. Your folks have been shortcutting. You can't. I can. Lawyer and chief agree, as long as emergencies pass. This is payback for the sweeper. It's upholding law after you ignored property rights. My residents need this. Adds miles to commutes. Like replanting 3 acres, I suppose. That was accidental. No, Karen, I watched it. You dismissed the damage. This is extortion. Property rights. You enforce yours plenty. I'm calling cops. Go on. Sheriff knows. She did. We waited in tense silence, turning away 2 more cars. Deputy Ellis arrived, looking weary. What's up? Karen ranted about blocked access, rights violations. Then me, folder ready. Easement docs, surveys, sweeper report, fire chief comms, resident violation pics. Deputy reviewed. Mrs. Whitaker, HOA allow regular use? Customary for years. Without owners, okay? It's an access road. On private land with terms. To me, emergencies covered? Yes, 24/7 watch. Legally sound. Civil issue, not criminal. Outrageous. Karen sputtered. Use main exit. She threatened vaguely. Deputy warned her. Both left. I updated Alan. She'll escalate. Let her. You're right. But careful. Day turned chaotic. Cars every half hour. We rotated shifts. Evening call. Unknown number. John Harlan. Yes. Richard Hayes, HOA attorney. Remove blockage or injunction tomorrow. It's legal enforcement. HOA owes 20 grand for damage. Separate issue. Can't hostage homes. Not alleged, documented. Residents use proper exit. We'll see in court. Alan, they're pressured. Injunctions need irreparable harm. Commute time, isn't it? Be at courthouse 8 a.m. Night shift, coffee, heater. A few sneaks at 2 a.m. Turn away. Morning, Alan waiting. HOA had big guns, Richard with AIDS, Karen glaring. Judge Whitaker, 60s, sharp. Emergency injunction hearing. Mr. Hayes. He presented maps, resident statements, hardship, safety risks. Alan countered. Easement language, sweeper photos, witnesses, losses. Pattern of disregard, Your Honor. Judge, HOA no restrictions? Flexible over time, Hayes said. Incorrect. Harlan sent objection letters. Karen whispered furiously. Hayes, unaware. Copies shown. 3 certified letters, signed for. Mrs. Whitaker, receive these? Possibly. Inform residents? No. Disagreed with interpretation. Ignored notices, no legal advice? No. And sweeper authorized? No permission. Motion denied. No irreparable harm. Mediate in 30 days. Relief washed over me. Blockage stayed. Week blurred. Media buzz supportive calls. HOA hammered publicly. Residents sued them. Karen visited 2 weeks later, subdued. Mr. Harlan, talk? Lawyers handle. Unofficially. Curious. Okay. I misjudged you. Thought you'd fold. Now residents rage. Board wants me out, 2 lawsuits. Sorry, but you ignored letters, dismissed damage. I know. Sorry about crops. Didn't instruct field drive. Driver's fault. Your response said volumes. Right. Got lost in rules. Forgot decency. What to unblock? Full comp. 25 grand. Binding agreement. Emergencies only. You step down. Can't force last, but I'll propose first too. Next day, Hayes to Allen. Agreed in principle. Mediation. Neutral room. New board sans Karen. Resign. Settled. 25 grand. Signs. Notices. Fines for violators. 5 grand per future breach after 45 days. Sign. Check handed. Blockage down next day. 2 weeks later, deputy called. Arrested Karen Whitaker. Why? Driver confessed. She ordered field drive. Lied about approval. Text prove it. Chill hit me. Deliberate. Pressuring you, probably. Thought you'd claim insurance. Her case. Guilty plea to misdemeanor destruction. Probation, service, 18 grand restitution. Community hailed me. Interviews, advocacy. Farm upgraded. Hired extra. Next harvest stellar. Use funds wisely. Married Emily Carter, vet from dairy background. She fit perfectly, built stable for horses. New HOA Prez, Steve Larson, reasonable, became friends. Used my case as training. Apprentice Lisa learned farming and rights. 5 years on. Farm thrives, marriage strong, relations good. Old deer in barn, symbol of fight. Land healed, yields better. No regrets, protected mine legally. The access road hums as intended. Emergencies only. It was about respect, agreements, equal rules. I changed little, maybe earlier cameras. Farm rhythms endure. Plant, maintain, harvest, plan. Lessons fresh. Protect yours, respect others, stand firm. What do you think about the injustices and aggressions people face in everyday life, like in this story? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you side with the farmer standing his ground, or see the HOA's point? Let's hear your stance on handling unfairness and standing up against overreach.